Hello. So this one we're going to go through just some very basic formatting features in Excel. Left mouse click and drag. Just play around with your mouse to make sure. If you right click, there's a lot of extra options that sometimes pop up with right clicking and clicking really fast versus clicking and holding do different things. So just kind of experiment with your mouse. There's some adding some borders on there. There's all kinds of different border styles you can use. You can format font and select a whole bunch of stuff all at once to get that formatted. So that's pretty nice. Wrap text. So you can kind of make that row a little bit taller and then get multiple lines of text on it. And again, you can do this cell by cell, or you can select the entire row all at once and kind of get everything formatted similarly all at once. Okay, let's see here for columns. So left click, hold it down, select everything at once, and then double click, and that will resize everything. Merge and center. Sometimes you want just one header over multiple columns. So that's a nice thing to do for there. Merge and center. There's some dark borders. For this one, you have to kind of select every other one. Double click again to set the height. If you hold down your control key and then click, that lets you grab every other row. And sometimes when you're selecting like data for a graph or something and you have things that aren't next to each other, use that control trick, and then you can select things that aren't right next to each other. Let's see, add some color to this thing. Color really is very handy for organizing things. It used to be that you do everything in black and white because you'd have to photocopy it, but now pretty much all information is shared digitally and electronically, so add color to stuff. So here you can differentiate which columns went to the quiz grade and which columns went to discussion forum grade, and maybe give the headings a little bit of a darker shade. And there's various different color schemes that you can go with. So yeah, add some color in here. Okay. You can change your playback speed on YouTube by hitting that little gear and hitting 2, and also change the quality if anything's fuzzy. Don't forget to save your work often. Save it in the cloud if you can, so you can access it from anywhere you are. And this is a lot of formatting, doing kind of the same thing over and over again, but they say it takes 5 times of doing something before it kind of clicks in your brain, so practice and repeat. That'll get it so that you can get quick at this. And Excel is a program that's used by just about everyone in every different field, so the sooner you get used to using kind of all of the tools up here in the ribbon, the better. So practice it again, and each time you go through this thing, you'll get a little bit faster, and then you'll really remember where all of these tools are if you do it a couple times. Okay, this is just about it. There's the final projects. So there'll be several things that go into your project grade. The proposal, we'll do that fairly soon. Report, prototype, we'll put in some team evaluation grades into that too. And then the exams. Notice the percentages on here, so when we're adding together the total project grade and exam grade, make sure to add these together with the right percentages. And we'll have some practice tests before the real thing, so not too much of a percentage for tests, so really think of project in the same way as you do for exams, because those are going to be equally weighted. It will be highly dependent on project and quizzes and labs. Okay, I think that's about it. At the very end, we'll go ahead and use the Let's see how many people. Double click and that will copy patterns down to the end of the column. Kind of a nice little trick to just double click on cells, resize stuff, and then one more thing, can have a totals and average column. Let's go ahead and make something that counts up numbers of A's, B's, C's. So the next video, I'll go ahead and add some random numbers in here for grades, and maybe not quite random. We'll do something to give a nice Gaussian normal distribution for the grades.